Welcome back to the Thursday evening Cowboy Fashion Report. This evening I've got on another runway worthy pearl snap shirt and those pearl snaps. This lovely upper garment has a buffalo horn base with some evening chateau undertones. It's a very romantic shirt, don't you think? Well, if any of y'all have ever rode horses for the public, you've got some stories to tell. Now, I did it for a lot of years when I was day working, ride 2 to 3 a month, and a lot of people know exactly what they're getting into when they send you a colt or a 5-year-old colt or a 7-year-old colt. A lot of people don't know what they're getting into, and I thought I would remember some of the things I've heard over the years that people have told me or asked me when they brought a bronc out to start. So I'm gonna go over some of that with you. Well, she's a sweet little girl, but once you're at the feed trough, she'll kick you. Oh no, don't use a rope on her. She's scared to death of her. Well, I've been putting a saddle on her at home for the last week, but now every time I saddle her, she lays down with... Oh, he'll be real easy to break. I could do it myself, I just don't really have... Yeah, my cousin broke her last year. She just needs some riding. She'll be gentle. Have you ever ridden an Arabian thoroughbred cross? Well, I've got 2 unregistered glass-eyed paint fillies. One of them's 4.5 and one of them's 7. Would you start both of them in exchange for me giving you one of them? Will she be okay to ride for my wife and kids after you've put 30 saddles on her? Well, good luck. This filly just doesn't like men. She's gentle. She just has a biting problem. Oh yeah, he leads real good. He's just a little hard to catch. Now, will you charge me the same price to break my 5-year-old stud as you did when you broke my 2-year-old gelding? Now, on the other side of that, I've had people unexpectedly show up at my place after I've had some of these started at horses 4 or 5 days. And some of you that's started that kind of horses that's been started at, you know sometimes that 4th or 5th day gets a little rough. So I'm going to give you some of the remarks I've got for when that happened. Now, why is he tied down in your round pen? How did his head get scraped? Are those rope burns? Why is he dragging that log around? Has he been tied up all day? Well, anybody that's done this has got 500,000 more of that same type of stuff that's been thrown at them, and you can only do so much with a bronc in 30 days, and one that's been spoiled a little bit and started at usually takes a lot longer than that. So I'm kind of glad I don't mess with them anymore for the public. I want to let y'all know, if you hadn't heard, I'm going to be down at the Red Steagall Cowboy Gathering October 26th on Saturday morning. I'm going to do 15 minutes on stage, and we've got a booth there. Me and my partner Linda Davis and her husband Brian, and we're going to have a booth down there with Pearl Snap Fever merchandise. Y'all stop by if you're in Fort Worth. The next weekend after that, November 2nd, I'm going to be at Fort Smith, Arkansas at the big Fort Smith Invitational Ranch Rodeo. This is the first year they've had it. It's going to be a big one, pays $10,000 to win it. And I'm on team, me and Justin Johnson, Bud and Dakota and Cody Smith. We're going to be on team, and I'm going to be doing some fashion reports and maybe some poetry there too. So if you're around Fort Smith, Arkansas, November 2nd, y'all come out and watch us. I'll keep snapping. Y'all keep snapping too.